Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and thank you for that perfect pronunciation. And congratulations on taking the chair. I rise tonight, Speaker, to talk about jobs and to talk about employment in the electorate of Lalor, in my community of over 200,000 people. And I want to talk specifically about the industry that is warehousing and distribution, that is transport and logistics. It employs thousands in the electorate of Lalor, some employed casually through third-party labour hire companies, some employed casually as direct staff to larger companies, some employed part-time, and some fortunate to be employed permanent full-time, Speaker. It's an industry I know well. Permanent positions are highly sought after in this industry, in our sprawling city, and casualisation is a curse in our city, Speaker. I know personally from families that I've worked with, from young people that have gone into this industry, of what life as a casual working for a labour hire company, what that means on the ground. It means sitting up late at night waiting for the text to see if you're going to get a shift tomorrow. It means conversations on the phone when the shift you thought was 6 hours is now 2 and you're leaving work that day. There is no guarantee of work for the people employed at that level in this industry. They are pickers, Speaker, and many of them begin that way as pickers, not necessarily as forklift drivers. There is a hierarchy in this industry. It's an incredible industry. It's terrific for young people who work to targets. It's terrific in giving them feedback in how they're going on every shift. I wouldn't criticise that. I believe that particularly young people are motivated by targets. And I've watched lots of young people go into this industry as a casual, striving for 100% or better every day on their and meeting their targets. Work is measured by those targets. It's also measured by warnings for safety breaches, because many of these warehouses are incredibly safety conscious, and I would take my hat off to them for that. It's measured by near misses. It's measured by damage to goods. But the trend in casualisation, Speaker, is worrying. It's worrying on the ground for families. It's worrying on the ground for our young people. Many people my age in the electorate with children in their 20s and 30s are worried. There are many who've been working casually for a long time. They're worried about the house, they're worried about the start, they're worried about young people's futures. And many start as casuals and are lucky enough to move up that chain, to go on to permanent part-time, to get to permanent full-time. Speaker, early on Monday morning at the Laverton Woolworths Liquor Distribution Centre, 500, which employs 500 directly employed workers. It's one of those in the electorate that still employs people directly. Some are casual, doing a guaranteed 2 shifts a week, 4 hours a shift. Some are part-time permanent, some are full-time permanent. On the early Monday morning, those workers went on strike. Last September, Speaker, they signed an EBA in good faith. This agreement guaranteed that Woolworths would not, I repeat, would not, outsource employment or recruitment to a third-party labour hire company. But on Monday, they were told that the Christmas peak would be dealt with by a third-party labour hire company. This means that direct casual employees working beside them, direct employees of Woolworths, may not get those hours in the Christmas peak, hours they rely on every year. Speaker, I empathise. I admire these workers for taking the stand that they have taken, because I admire mateship. I came in on speakers talking about Anzac, and I can't think of anything more important to follow. These workers are there for their mates, not just their mates employed directly at Woolworths, but their mates, thousands of them employed in this industry who are facing casualisation. And they're not only facing casualisation, Speaker, they're also looking at new warehouses being built that are robotised. They're looking directly down the barrel at there being less jobs. Deputy Speaker, these people need the support of their company. I urge them to work with the company to find a solution to this. I support the NUW in doing that. And, Deputy Speaker, I would finish by saying that this country needs a leader like Bill Shorten, who knows how to work these issues through with business leaders, with companies and with workers. That's the man we need.
The member's time has expired. I call the